everybody, and welcome back to A Royal Reader. My name is Sinidra, and today I'm going to be doing the anti-TBR tag. So this tag was originally created by a lovely person here on YouTube called Nicoleandherbooks, so I will link down the original video in the description box for you. So the first question for the tag is, a popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. Now this is going to be a little bit difficult because most of the books that I have my eye on anyway for new releases and stuff like that are usually all fantasy, so I am somewhat interested in them, but I guess I could say that a book that everybody seems to be raving on about is probably the third book in the Brown Sisters trilogy, I think it is. This involves Take a Hint, Danny Brown, Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and the last one I think follows the third youngest sister, Evie Brown, I think. This is a new adult contemporary, and as you could probably tell, I don't read a lot of contemporaries. I find them really cheesy and cringy, and like I can handle that in a movie, but I can't do that while I'm reading because I feel like I'm in their head. And also, I've never been in a relationship. I don't know any of this stuff, so I feel like I can't really connect to the characters and, like, you know, their mission of finding a partner and stuff like that. I mean, I obviously do want to have a boyfriend one day, but I don't know how to talk to boys. Everything seems really unrealistic to me when it comes to contemporaries, so I'm just sort of like, heh, you guys go ahead and read that. I'm just gonna sit in my corner and read about half-naked fairy prince. So the next question is going to be a classic book or author you don't have an interest in reading. Now, I am interested in reading quite a few of the classics. I have started a collection already, so I'm not too sure. I guess I could say that one of them, it might be Edgar Allan Poe. Another one might be like Charles Dickens, but I just recently found out that he is actually the author of the Christmas Carol story with Ebenezer Scrooge, and I really enjoy all of the Christmas movies that involve that story, so I might pick him up one day. I don't really know. So the third question is going to be a problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. So this one is going to be a new problematic author for me. I did not know that this author was actually problematic until just recently, and that is going to be Rainbow Rowell. I just recently found out that her book Eleanor and Park is very racist, not only towards redheads and gingers, in fact, and white people, but also towards Korean people. And Korea is one of my favorite places. I am obsessed with the history and the language and obviously K-pop, but it's gonna be made into a movie. People, do you not see? She has named the second main character with a Korean last name. Like, who? So, yeah, I do not plan on picking up any of her books. I have only read 2 of them, I think. One was Fangirl, and the other one was that Simon Snow book that got released. Something or other. It was very much a freaking Harry Potter and Draco Malfoy fanfiction spewed up and spat out into like a children's book, but you know. So she's going to be an author that I don't read from ever again. So the fourth question is going to be an author you have read a couple of books from and have decided their books are not for you. So if you guys have watched my unhaul video, which I don't know if it's going to be going up or before this, so if it's up I'll put a link. If it's not, be on the lookout. But in that video I do mention that I am going to be unhauling 2 of Margaret Rogerson books. I tried to read An Enchantment of Ravens and DNF'd it about 50 pages in, and I also read Sorcery of Thorns and absolutely despised it. So I just have a feeling that she is not an author for me. I suppose if she happens to bring out another book that seems to interest me a lot more than what Sorcery of Thorns did, I might perhaps pick it up, but unfortunately I do not see myself reading any more of her books. I think it's just her stories aren't for me. They aren't exactly what I'm looking for, so I believe that will be the end of our relationship, unfortunately. So the fifth question is going to be a genre you have no interest in, or a genre you tried to get into and couldn't. So as I said at the beginning of this video, contemporary is something that I sort of am on the fence about. I really struggle with it. I did not read a lot of contemporary when I was in my younger years. I mostly read a lot of fantasy, or at the time dystopian or sci-fi. So reading a contemporary, I prefer to watch rom-coms and stuff like that. So I don't know if I could ever get into a contemporary. None of them really interest me. It's sort of just like they're all going to end the same way, you know? Either one of them's going to die, or they're going to break up and they hate each other and they'll never get back together again, or they'll break up halfway through, or they'll break up a million times throughout the book and then they'll eventually get back together again. So I don't think I'm ever going to enjoy reading a contemporary. There's just not enough story for me, if that makes sense. So yeah, unless you guys have any type of contemporary recommendations you think I might like, jot them down in the comments below. But I really don't like reading mainly romance books. Mainly romance books. I love reading fantasy romance because there is a bigger plot going on than just the relationship. But just romance, I'm just like, can a demon pop up somewhere? So question 6 is going to be a book you have bought but will never read. I have a lot of books on my bookshelf that I have bought and have never read, and that they've been sitting on my bookshelf for quite a while. I honestly have no clue. All of the classics that I have bought, I possibly have to read for uni, so I can't even include any of them. But I guess if I have to pick one, I don't know. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't know. It's just randomly the book that I bought on a whim. I don't know. This is The Royal Exile, book 1 of the Valisar trilogy by Fiona McIntosh. Oh, I didn't know she was Australian. This is supposedly, I'm pretty sure it's a historical fiction. Possibly historical romance, I'm not sure. A kingdom besieged in the face of inevitable invasion, a king faces an impossible choice between duty and family. Prince Leo is the monarch's last chance. Monarchy's last chance. His parents have been captured by a ruthless tyrant, his sister has been killed, his brother is too unwell to assume the throne, and his father's trusted advisor is out for revenge. Yet what chance can a young boy have against an entire army? Guarded by a loyal soldier, Prince Leo must abandon his home and unravel his father's mysterious plans to restore his family to the throne. But first he has to find a way out alive. So, I mean, it sounds interesting, but the cover, for one, does not depict a prince at all. I thought this was going to be, you know, a sort of Outlander type of situation here. Because it's, you know, lady hands holding a goblet with pretty rings and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. Oh, I guess I could say that I'm not really going to read this book. If you have watched my channel from the very beginning, I used to go by the nickname Bambi. That's because my name was too hard for anybody to ever say. And so it's an ongoing sort of joke thing in my family that I am a very, very klutzy person, and I am like Bambi trying to walk on ice, so that's how I got the nickname Bambi. And for Christmas a couple of years ago, my mum got me this gorgeous, gorgeous collector's edition of Bambi. It is stunning, amazing pictures on the inside. Look, there's Bambi. Isn't he adorable? And as much as I love being called Bambi, I don't think I'm going to read a children's book. It's just here to look aesthetically pleasing and pretty. So, yes. I love this gold detailing on the flowers. I don't know if you'll be able to see them or not. Focus. Yeah, you can kind of see them. There you go. Sort of. I don't know. So the 7th question is going to be a series you have no interest in reading or a series you DNF'd. So I have a couple of unfinished series on my bookshelves. 98% of the series on my shelves I have not finished yet, so this question is going to be kind of hard because I enjoyed most of them, but the one that I'm struggling with the most at the moment anyway, the Diviners series by Libba Bray. This series has 4 books in it, and I have started reading the first book in the series. I'm 275 pages in, and it is a very big book, and I am struggling a lot. I started to try to read this back in September, I think, and I did not finish it. I just don't know. I'm interested in the story. I know it gets better. I know everybody loves this. I just don't know if Libba Bray's writing style is for me. It is very, very cringy because she uses 1920s slang, which is okay for, you know, every once in a while, but all the time it really pulls me out of the story because I'm like, oh, that's so cringy. No one talks like that anymore, and it makes it a really unenjoyable reading experience for me, unfortunately. So I don't know if I'm going to continue this series or not. And the last question is going to be a new release that you have no interest in reading. So I guess any new release that is a contemporary that's coming out at the moment. I guess that book that's by the author who wrote Red, White and Royal Blue, I'm not interested in. Yeah, just any contemporary that's going to be released soon, you know, new release, whatever, I am just not interested in because, like I said, I really don't like contemporaries. To all of my contemporary lovers out there, I am very, very sorry. I apologize. So that is it for the anti-TBR tag. I'm sorry if I have offended you. I do not mean to. So I have a lot of books that I don't like. Mainly just the contemporary genre, so yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. Let me know if there are some books that I should try out to see if it will change my mind on contemporary. Good luck is all I can say to you. And yeah, if you would like to follow me, my social media links are always down in the description box. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you join. And yeah, that's pretty much it for now. I'll talk to you guys later on.